Welcome! 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 How's everybody doing today? Come on in. Come on. Come on. Hey guys. Hope everybody's doing well today. And I hope you're having a happy Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? Today is Tuesday. Today is going to be fun. We're actually going to be working specifically on getting blood splatter to appear on our enemies. We've got blood splatter just blasting on the ground, but we we definitely need to have blood splatter on the enemies' faces and on their mouths and on their arms. Blood splatter all over the place. That's the goal for today. So guys, come on in. We're going to have a beautiful day creating blood splatter. And I'm really, really excited. Come on in. Come on in. So how's everybody doing today? Is everybody feeling good? Looks like Thorn is with us again. Welcome, Thorn. Happy to see you as always. Rowan. Seppi. Maher. Bloodley. Joseph. Awesome. Come on in, guys. Come on in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump into my live screen here. And I want to hit play and show you guys what we've accomplished so far. It's actually feeling, honestly, pretty incredible. So I just need to do one thing really quick here. I need to make sure that my tags are set up properly. Hold on. What are our tags for today's video? Indie games, game development, how to make games, made with Unity. Unity, C#, illustration, Blender. Sorry, I forgot to add tags to the video. Game dev, vlog, live game dev. There we go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play here as you guys come on in and enjoy me making a fool of myself like usual. So what we've got currently is... what we've got currently, let's hit play here, is a pretty good system here of just a singular enemy type that chases me around. And I can shoot him. And there's just blood splatter. And you can't really see it when there's grass like that, but right here you can definitely see it. So far it feels really good. And then we've also got Ragdoll. Get out of here. Get out of here. So that's what we've got so far, but you'll notice that there's no real blood splatter on the enemies. And so we need to go ahead and create a specific projector that's going to appear around the body and attach itself. This is going to be hard. Attach itself to the arms of the enemies, to the head, to the legs. So it's going to be really difficult, especially with all this ragdoll. You know, you're going to have enemies moving all over the place. So, I don't know. It's going to be difficult. But we're going to give it a shot. We're going to see what happens. So what I want to do is actually disable, let's see here. Disable all of my... Good, Robin. My day is going good. Disable all of my enemy types. So we're going to go to Father. Do you guys want to listen to lo-fi today or jazz? Let's get a vote. Jazz? Right, jazz if you want jazz. Lo-fi if you want lo-fi. Let me know in the chat. Okay, we're going to take this walker here. Wait. Right here. There he is. And this is going to be our guy that we're going to test on, okay? So what I'm going to do is first and foremost... Oh my goodness. We've got a mix between jazzy, lo-fi. Okay, lo-fi. It looks like lo-fi is what everybody wants today, so we're going to listen to some lo-fi. All right, let's do it. Let's type in Epidemic Lo-Fi. There we go. Lo-fi. There it is, and let's get after it. All right, guys, let's go. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn on my lighting No, turn off the lighting, but I do want my effects. And as you can see here, we actually have, I think we have a blood splatter projector. I'm going to bring that in right here, okay? Now what I'm going to do is actually point it in the direction that I think a bullet would occur. Here we go, right? Maybe something like this. And we're just going to test this out. We want this to appear on the enemy, okay? And not on the ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to ignore everything except for ignore lights. The enemy's body is actually set to ignore lights. This right here. Actually, there we go. Let's set that to ignore lights. That didn't do it. Let's double check something here. What? We're gonna have to figure this out together, guys. So, what if I make it... Huh. How strange. Let's do everything or nothing. Okay, for some reason it doesn't appear on the enemy. And I'm unsure why that is. Does it appear on that chair? It does appear on the chair. It just does not appear on the enemy for some reason. And that's an interesting thing. I'm curious if it has to do with the shader, maybe. If I make this shader Toonie Colors Pro, what happens? Let's try that. That would suck, honestly, if it doesn't appear on certain shaders. No, it does. So for some reason, it's not appearing on our enemy here. That's a strange thing. We're going to have to figure this out together. Let's go back in time here. There we go. And we're going to double check. You want to listen to the Never soundtrack? We might be able to do that. And we're going to change the field of view. We're going to make it pretty small. Why is this happening? He's not appearing on our guy here for some reason. We're going to unpack this prefab here. Double check something. Unpack it completely. And we're going to go to the cube here. This is the, skinned mesh renderer. Interesting. So can I move? I can't move him up. So for some reason, that's so strange. Why is my projector not appearing on the skinned mesh renderer? I don't know why. That's so strange. Cube has the default layer, I know. And this is set to default, and it's, well, if I set it to default, it still doesn't do it. So we're gonna have to figure this out. Yeah, the cube object layer is set to default. If I made it, let's say, pushable, it still doesn't do it. Isn't that weird, guys? It still doesn't do it. How strange. So there is our skinned mesh renderer. We're gonna need to double check on if the skinned mesh renderer can even. Yeah, I don't know if projectors affect skinned mesh renderers. Let's double check. Projector skinned mesh renderer. Let's double check and see what happens. Oh my goodness, there's like no information about it, which is kind of a nightmare, honestly. Crap. How does skin mesh renderer work? Skin mesh renderer. Ooh. We're gonna have to use decals. Skin to mesh painting with projector prototype. Projector component. Unity. Skinned mesh renderer. Let's see here. Well, crap. Might need to use easy decal instead. Just try removing it? What do you mean? That's so strange. What if I make just a standard cube? Let's just double check something here. If I have a cube here, and then I throw just a random texture on it. Let's see here. Let's throw a random texture on there, like skin. There's our skin for our enemy. Okay. Same enemy. Let's bring our skin up. That looks so horrifying. I don't even, ugh. It's like a skin box. So where did my, crap? My projector, I lost it. It's gone. Where did it go? There it is. Why are you, oh, I see. All right. So there it is. For some reason, my gizmos aren't showing up. There it is right there. Okay. So it looks like my skinned mesh renderer just isn't doing anything at all now. Ignore layers, nothing. Look at that, guys. It's passing through the box and it's only hitting the terrain. I don't know why that is. We're gonna have to figure this out together. I do not know, because if that box, I don't know. I have no idea. What about this? Nope. So we're gonna see here. Let's just find a nice texture that we can. So this one right here, this material, we're gonna drag it onto this and see what we get. Okay, so something is wrong with the material. If it's toon lit, it's gonna work. That's the theory, at least. So let's double check something here. So let's make this toon lit and see what we get. So it looks like it's a problem with the actual Toony Colors Pro. Yep, there we go. Okay, so it works here. Good news. So using Toony Colors Pro with projectors, it doesn't seem like it works, although I do wonder if there's a setting inside of Toony Colors Pro. Turn off mobile mode, maybe? Nope, that doesn't do it. Well, let's do something here. Let's first and foremost, let's double check something here. We're gonna make sure that when we change this, it works with this guy as well. Let's try it. Good. Okay, it appears on my friend here. So it looks like it was Toony Colors Pro, which was the problem. Mohammed says, bro, my dream is to be a game dev, but my father keeps stamping on my dream of being one and has killed my self-esteem and confidence. Can you please give me some tips on how to learn it alone with no help? Well, you know, I definitely don't want to come in between you and your dad's relationship. I don't know what you got going on exactly. But here's what I will say outside of that. I'm going to say there's a community on YouTube. There's a community all over the place. My channel, there's tons of Discord servers you can join. Just know that what your family says about you is not only who you are. It has a big part to play in your life. It really does, whether you like it or not, your family. But there's so much to learn, and there's so many people to get to know. So I would recommend trying to change the way your brain works so that you're not only thinking about what your dad says. So I'm really sorry about that. That really sucks. Just keep hanging out in the community in these streams. And guys, can we all encourage Mohammed? Seriously, Mohammed, get ready, because 140 people are going to encourage you. It's going to be the best day of your life. Guys, go right at it. And actually, I can guarantee you 10% of you in the chat can relate to Mohammed. So can you let him know how much you relate and give him a reason why you do? Maybe tell your story. Mohammed, here we go, buddy. So if I put this down like this. All right, so if I put this blood splatter on his body like this, you'll notice first and foremost, it kind of looks like Kool-Aid, and I don't really like that. So, and also it's really, really big. So first and foremost, I've said that 1,000 times, first and foremost, first and foremost, first and foremost, first and foremost, first and foremost. Okay, I got it out of my system. Let's go ahead and go back in time now that I know what the problem is. I don't want to unpack my prefab like that. Let's get rid of this flesh cube. And Mohammed, here's what I will say. I will never be the person that can say everybody can be an indie game developer. It's a tough road, okay? There's a way about approaching career that doesn't have to be so binary, okay? Here's an example. If I were one of your friends, I am your friend, here's what I would say. You may not make it in the indie game career, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't pursue it. You should pursue a lot of things you're going to fail at. It's okay to fail. It's okay to fail at a lot of stuff. So if you're young, I assume you're young, considering you care about what your dad thinks. Try a lot of things and fail at a lot of things. And here's the thing. Even if you go, you know what, Dad, I'm going to try indie game development, and you fail, I'm going to give you a huge round of applause even if you fail. Because now you know, and you've learned something. There's a lot of stuff to learn in the indie game industry besides just going full time and making a career out of it. There's so many talents that you can learn, and you can use those in other areas of your life, okay? So don't stress so much about being successful. Maybe if you keep hearing that from your family, you're not going to be, successful in this area. Just tell yourself, so that's okay. I can fail in a lot of areas in my life. Failure is how you win. Fail fast, fail hard, and learn from Ignited. Good job, Ignited. I agree. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and go back to the Toony Colors Pro shader here. And I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm going to see if we can get this working. This is kind of a tedious process of trying to figure out what's working and what's not. I love the shader here. I love the shader. It's creepy. So I really don't want to change it. But let's just double check something really quickly here. Let's go ahead and create a skin prefab or material. Duplicate it. This is going to be called Skin Toon. This one is going to be called Skin Toony Colors Pro. Okay. I want to keep that because I spent a lot of time getting those settings right. But Skin Toon, I'm actually going to apply to the enemy here. And we're going to go ahead and work with that first. Okay, so we're going to change the skin to Skin Toon. And by the way, guys, today is a really special day. Like all my videos, this video is sponsored by Full Time Game Dev, which is my massive online course with over 2,000 students. Guys, you will not regret, if you get this course, you're not going to regret it, and here's why. The reviews are incredible. It has incredible reviews, and if you're in the program, guys, feel free to say hello. The reviews are incredible. I'm not speaking for myself here. I'm just speaking from the reviews I receive. The second reason why you're not going to regret using the coupon below is because, well, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't like the course tonight, you can go, it's not for me, and ask for a refund. It's really that simple. Wait, what's going on here? Let's scale it down a little bit here. There we go. So that's all I'll say about the refund. You can get a refund. Now, here's the thing. The refund rate for the program is ridiculously low. It's currently 3 to 4%, which is so low for an online course. So people love the course. There's over 2,000 students worldwide. There's a beautiful, wonderful Discord community. I just hung out with the Discord community in a mastermind meeting. 70 people showed up, and we just chatted about building a social media army. And I offered my advice and my thoughts, and I reviewed people's social media accounts. So the program, guys, it's a great program, especially when it comes to securing funding with a demo. If you guys have a demo and you want to get funding, I'm going to teach you how to get funding for your game, for your demo, and go full-time and do what I'm doing. Can't make any promises, but I can tell you what I've learned. Okay. Also, you're going to learn how to make a game from scratch, 2D game and 3D game, and you're also going to learn marketing tricks on getting noticed by the press. I've been noticed by Time Magazine, Washington Post, Rolling Stone. I'm going to teach you how I did that. And yeah, today's a special day. There's 6 codes available for huge 35% off. Feel free to take advantage of those codes using the link in the description. All right, guys, looks like we've got our blood spatter working here. We've got the ad read out of the way. We got our cough out of the way, so we're good to go. All right, so let's shrink this, make it a little bit smaller here. How about 0.3, 0.4? That looks great, actually. Problem is, blood splatter looks a little too high res, so I'm going to drop it down to 64. Hit apply. I hope that was helpful, Mohammed. All right. So this is how we want it to work. We've got this blood splatter. So now what we're going to do is we're going to shrink down that field of view, the clipping plane to like 0.3, all right? And then we're going to bring it really close to our buddy here. Probably to about, let's see, can I make it smaller? Let's try this again. 0.1. Ooh, that's as small as it'll go. Okay, we're going to attach it now to the pelvis. And we're going to see how this one guy looks, okay? You guys are going to see a few glitches here. Or it's not glitches, but it's going to look weird. There it is. It's not even showing up. Why is it not showing up? Okay, so for some reason whoa. Oh, I see what's happening. For some reason it's scarier with that shader. It's way more human. Ugh. I feel like I'm gonna get demonetized. Leonardo Santano Malagan, you just downloaded the 2D game kit. That's awesome. And by the way, guys, if you do join the course today, again, thanks for listening to these ad reads. If you join the course today, you're going to get a shout out from me and a thank you from me in front of the viewers today. Okay, so this blood for some reason is not, well, it's not following around the walker for some reason. We really want it to follow the walker around, and I don't know why. Let's see here. That's weird. That blood splatter just appeared. We don't want that. Let's go back into the father here, and we're going to turn off blood particles death. There we go. Okay. So, for some reason, it doesn't follow. Huh. How strange. It shouldn't. Is it static? What? Let's put it inside of the middle spine. It should follow the character around. But it's not. Oh, Thomas. That's because projector effects is enabled. So what we're going to do is we're going to, we're going to disable it for now. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's take a look, guys. Whoops. Okay, look. Now his blood is on his belly. See that? That's perfect. What if I shoot him? I kind of like that red effect. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, come back. All right, so he's way over here. So it looks pretty good, honestly. Sweet. Yeah, look, you can see some bugging here. Look at that. Okay, we need to figure out why that's happening. Exit play mode. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the projector here. What if I turn off orthographic? Okay. And then what if I shrink the... Look at that. That's so weird. Nope. Near should be 0. Far should be shrinking. What if I make 0, 0? And then go to... Look at that. That's weird. So, although I will say, here's what we're going to do. I figured it out. Okay. So... Zoljan, welcome. You haven't been with us. Why haven't you hung out with me in a month? What's wrong with you? So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to set it to only appear on the enemy, okay? So we're going to go to the actual cube here, and we're going to go ahead and label this as enemy. Nothing else in here is labeled enemy. I don't know why, but it works. So just the actual mesh, which is called cube, which is wrong, but whatever. So now... If we hit play, it's not going to appear on the ground, okay? Man, my windows are all screwed up here. Let's go ahead and try it out. Where are you, you mother effer? Whoa! I can't see him. Oh, we need to go to our camera. Mother. So if we go to our camera here, we want to make sure enemies are showing up in the camera. Weapon camera, it's not going to show that. Okay. Remember, we got 2 cameras, guys. Let's double check. Shoot. Oh, there he is. Okay, good. Ugh. You look horrible. Why do you look so bad? I don't know why he looks so bad. I think it has to do with like the effect. Look at that. Okay. So, oh, it's the, I figured it out. It's the profile. The profile here needs to include, is that what it is? The profile here needs to include, I can't remember. Oh, crap. We got a lot of stuff to figure out today, guys. We are definitely confused today. This enemy type, for some reason, is this is weird. For some reason, it's not showing up in the it's not being lit, which is weird, you know. Let's go to our light, maybe our directional light. Do we got a weird issue with the layers? Culling mask, nothing. Render mode, important. Oh. So what about the camera? I can't remember what I'm doing wrong here. What? Go to post-process layer and take a look here. Layer, enemy. Oh, there is a god. Let's hit play. He still looks like crap. What's wrong with you? Hang on, I'm gonna figure this out. There's two cameras here. There's one here with a post-processing layer, and it's only got FPS weapons on it. Then we also have this camera here with a post-processing layer, and it should include the enemy, which it does, but for some reason it's just looking horrible. Layer on top, what do you mean? What? What are you talking about, guys? Go to the player top. What are you talking about? Lighting only layer. What? Oh, no, that's not it. I mean, I could do it. I could set it to default and see what we get. Okay, for some reason that worked. Okay. Well, round of applause. I don't know why it was ever set to ignore lights. Let's take a look at the default enemy type. We have some default enemy types like spider. We double click on that, we can take a look. It's set to ignore lights, and I don't know why. But the children shouldn't ignore the lights. That's what's weird. So I have no idea why it's working. I'm not gonna try and fix it. I'm just gonna pretend that nothing happened, and I'm gonna move on. Okay, ugh. That's good. That's good agua. So the next thing I want to do is make sure that this blood only appears on the enemy. So ignore everything except for the enemy. Okay. Let's try that. Here he comes. Come on, buddy. Come on. Okay, the blood is gone. Son of a freaking bee. Hold on. Why? Now it's set to default. What? That's stupid. Let's set it to enemy. Now I'm angry, guys. Oh, now he's dark again. What's going on? Ugh! Makes me so mad. Things get so confusing with layers. He's set to enemy, so he should show up and he should be lit. Okay? That's what's frustrating here. He should be lit. But when I actually turn on the lights, if I set him to normal, now he's lit. What's going on? I don't understand. Turn this music down. It's making me pissed. Son of a... I didn't want to run into a problem like this. I really didn't. What if I set this whole thing to enemy? Yes, change children. Let's see. Is he gonna fall through the ground? Probably. No, he's good. Okay, but I can't shoot him. Alright, so he has to be set to default, but the cube here is set to enemy, right? But for some reason, the lighting is not affecting the enemy. Why? I don't know, you know? I have no idea. If we go to our cameras here and I disable the weapon camera completely, then what happens? Is he lit? He appears to... Something's wrong. What's wrong with you, bro? You're like unlit. He's unlit. How strange. I'm about to give up already. Check the light's object settings. Yeah, we could check that. There's so many things that get confusing. Culling mask. We're good there. So I don't know why. Let's see here. Let's go to lighting and see if there's something going on in the lighting tab, maybe? This is a very strange thing that's happening, isn't it? Environment. Yeah. No. There's no layering in the actual lighting tab. So what? Let's hit play again. For some reason, he's super dark. That's the problem we've got. I guess he's fine. I think I figured it out actually. He's fine. He's getting lit. Okay, let's double check something. If I turn off the directional light, look, he's much darker now. So he's getting lit. He's just super dark. So, right? I think he's just super dark. It's just so weird looking. Let's put the I have a ramp I can put in there. So there is a ramp. Where is the tune ramp? There should be a ramp. What if I throw a ramp on there? Okay, he's brighter now with a ramp. So we need to put a tune ramp on there. Yeah, we need to put a ramp on there, but I don't have a ramp currently. There's one. Let's create our own little ramp, okay? So let's go to this material here, and we're gonna create a ramp. All right, so let's open up Photoshop, and we're gonna create a little ramp, and we can control how much light we want this guy to actually receive, okay? There's no reason to do something crazy, so like 200 by 100 is fine. Honestly, it could be a pixel tall, and then we'll do something like that. Whoops. And this is just basically how much contrast your toony shader is gonna have. So we'll crop this down to about like this. Then we're gonna save it out. We're gonna save it in our, let's see here. Games. All right, so we're just gonna save it in our textures. We're gonna create a new one called ramps, actually. And it's gonna be called ramp 1. Hey, that's all I wanna do right there, okay? So let's go to the cube here. And we're gonna put ramp 1 here. All right, so he's a little bit brighter now. And you can see his, he's super dark, which is fine. So what we could do here, notice how now it's kind of like makes sense. It's like, well, this is really dark. So what we could do is actually bump up the color here. We're gonna do brightness, contrast, increase. Now he's gonna be super pale. I think that'll do it. Okay, so he's super shadowy now, and the reason why is because of that ramp. Good, okay. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this ramp a lot more contrasty, all right? So we could technically just do this. We could do black here, and we could slowly decrease like that. It's not the best way to do it, but it's fine. Save that and then take a look. So now he's more contrasty. He's definitely paler looking. I like it. Good, okay. So a little too dark in the shadow area. So let's go ahead and let's merge these together. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a blur. There we go, just like that. And then drop it down a little bit. Okay, that looks good. And then we want to make the color of his flesh a little bit more vibrant. So something like that, maybe a little bit more pink. Save that, jump back into Unity. And now he looks about like what he looked like previously. He's a little shadowy looking. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, good. So things are fixed. Let's double check something here. Ooh, that's really weird looking. Okay. Whoa, buddy. Okay, sorry. All right, he's gone for good. So, guys, give me a round of applause for fixing that. And I'm just kidding. I'm going to give you guys a round of applause because clearly I didn't know what I was doing. So we figured it out. He's a little too shadowy, isn't he? He's just super dark. Just fine, I guess. It's a really dark game. I think that's okay. Let me double check again. One more time here. Just want to make sure. Yeah, he looks good. We're good. It's just so dark on his face. You know? I feel like I should go to the ramp and just drop this down like that. And then do something like, yes. So in the truest, darkest areas, we can do that. But everything else can be white. Whoa, buddy. Okay, good. So when he's in the shadows, he's like completely black. Let's see here. Yeah. What in the world? Let's set him to diffuse. I don't like the tune. I just don't like it. I really wish that other one was working. So let's try default really quick. Standard. No, it's just completely black. Isn't that crazy, guys? He's like not lit at all. Yeah. I don't know why he's so dark. It's like pitch black, but everything else is fine. Look at this. Those are fine. He's black. What? Hang on one sec. We're gonna figure this out. Man, this is frustrating. If I do Tuning Colors Pro, what happens? Still pretty dark. Shoot. I think something might be wrong with the renderer. Let me disable the cameras. I still feel like something's wrong. No. And then we're gonna set this to nothing, and then everything. We're gonna disable the post-processing. Look how dark he is. He's super dark. But nothing else is dark like that. Look at this, watch. That's so strange. Why are you so dark, my friend? We're gonna figure this out, guys. No, I don't want to give him a personal light. Something's wrong. But thank you. Something is wrong for sure. Something is wrong. I think I know what it is. Okay, I think I got it. there is a light in the character controller, point light. Culling mask should include the enemy. Did I figure it out? There we go. Yay! We figured it out, guys. All right. Okay, and now you can see the normal maps too, which is great. There was a light inside of the player. Good. Awesome. Okay, now we can move back to what we were supposed to work on, which was the blood splatter on his body, right? I want to double check something here. One sec. Back and forth, back and forth. Okay, if I kill you, this blood splatter should not appear on anything else. Okay? Let's scoot you over here. He does launch very far. There we go. Okay, let's see here. So the blood splatter does not appear on anything else, which is wonderful. That's what we wanted. But you can see it kind of hits his leg sometimes. See that? It's just the projector sort of passing through every once in a while. But overall, I think it's fine. That kind of bugginess is fine with me because it's an old school game. So next thing we need to do is we need to basically generate, instead of a bullet impact on the body, it needs to be a blood impact. Because if I go to play mode here and I shoot him, let's see here. The bullet hit effect here. Where is it going? It's going to the ground. One is there. One is there as well. I am curious if we've got, oh, yes, okay. So the blood effect, all right? The blood effect, what we're gonna do is it's gonna include a projector, all right? It's gonna include a projector. Oh man, we gotta figure this out. Shoot. Come on, man, come on, you got this. It's gonna include a projector. Huh. Let me think here. I think I figured something out. What we're gonna do is we have this enemy here. There we go. We've got this enemy right here. He's also got a capsule collider on him. Okay, so let's talk this out and figure this out together. We have a capsule collider right here, which is pretty big, right? So I'm thinking what I want to try to do is just find the normal of the capsule collider, but we're going to shrink down the radius, and then we're going to center up. Yeah. So that's pretty good, actually. I think he's good here. Okay. And then we're going to find the normal, and we're going to point the projector in the direction of the normal. I think it kind of already works. So let's see here. This right here. Blood splatter ground. We're going to go ahead and rename this. We're going to call this blood splatter enemy. Okay? Enmity. Enemy. All right? We're going to take that. We're going to actually create a new prefab out of it, because it's going to operate a little bit differently than a regular blood splatter that might appear on the ground. And by the way, I want to say thanks if you're new. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. And also, we created an original prefab out of this. And also, guys, be sure to hit that notification bell, because I want you guys to come and hang out as often as you can. And even if you guys are just at work right now, or maybe you're in school and you don't want to listen to your teacher, you can just turn on Thomas Brush and listen to me make games. So be sure to hit that notification bell, guys. And remember, there are 6 codes available for our sponsor today, and our sponsor is me, full-time game dev. So feel free to take advantage of those 6 codes. Those will sell out by the end of the day. That's my assumption. It's usually what happens. So feel free to take advantage of those. And we are going to stop using promo codes pretty soon here. So this is sort of almost kind of like a last chance to get a good discount for my live streams. George Gonzalez says, what happened to Thomas Brush IRL? Thomas Brush IRL is officially going to be a channel where I post whatever I want. So it's going to be a kind of random channel. I'm going to do a, let's see, blood. What's it going to be called? There's a game object that gets instantiated. It's a particle. Blood particle hit. Okay. Blood particle hit actually, yeah, look, we've already got this blood splatter ground in it. We can actually bring in that blood splatter enemy like this. And you'll notice that, okay, let's zero it out. Yeah. Okay. So let's first select it, double click on that. And let's make sure it's zeroed out perfectly here. 0, 0, 0. And then we're going to set it to 1, 1, 1. And so now it's facing forward, right? Save that. We're going to go back into the blood particles hit. And now we have this blood splatter enemy here. We're going to make sure that let's delete that and bring in the original here. Blood. Sorry, one sec. I lost my train of thought here. Projector. Blood splatter. Shoot. Where'd it go? It's gone. What? Blood splatter enemy projector. Thomas. Yeah, Thomas Brush IRL, if you guys haven't subscribed below, I'm going to be posting a video on my gym, actually. A review of my gym. I've got a home gym that I'm really proud of. You guys know that that's kind of my hobby. So as you can see here, we're going to take a look and see if we can make this face. So that's facing up. And I'm pretty sure, like, if I go positive Z, what happens if the positive Z? Let's see here. Okay, so that's forward. So we need to have this facing forward. There we go. And we'll see what happens. The truth is, though, is we want the blood particles hit to attach themselves to the enemy, okay? Oh man, this is gonna be tough. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find I think it's in the weapon. Yeah. Let's open up the weapon script. One of these scripts instantiates the blood particles, okay? It's going to instantiate it, and then we're gonna say, hey, parent yourself to whatever you just hit. What it's going to do is it's going to parent itself to the collider of the enemy, the capsule collider, which is fine, I guess. So we'll see. Here we go. Play bullet effect. All right, let's take a look here. So play bullet effect is right here. So if it's flesh, it's going to instantiate that object. Then we need to go to instantiate which object.transform.parent equals hit.transform. So now it's going to parent itself to the enemy. I think that's going to work. Let's try it out and see what happens. Yeah, who said that? Ignited says, I hate decals. Me too. Although we're using projectors, which is a little different, but let's try it out, guys. So, hey. So it's not happening for some reason. There we go. Oh, it worked. Let's try that one more time. We're gonna use a pistol. Okay, So I'm seeing blood splatter, but we want to double check and see what's going on. We've got blood particles hit right here. Now let's see what direction it's facing. Okay, we're getting some interesting normals here. So it looks like it is facing in the direction. Let's see here. That hit the back of his head, and that hit a weird spot. What is going on there? Isn't that weird? So as you can see, guys, it instantiates those particles, and then it should also instantiate this projector here. But it's just not in the right direction, which is super strange. How strange, guys. Let's try it again. Thank you, Kushigara, I think is how you say your name. Kushigara. We're gonna try this one more time, guys. Let's go. Let's shoot his head and see what happens. Okay, look at that. Look at that. It's not even a... What? Mesh Collider is a non-kinematic. I'm not even getting any blood splatter. Okay, that worked. Setting a parent of a transform which resides in a prefab asset is disabled to prevent data corruption. Are you serious? You're serious. That's so dumb. Although it looks fine. It looks like it just got... It is getting parented. It's right there. Okay, so it looks like it's kind of working. Look, it's kind of working. It kind of works. I don't know. I don't really know what to tell you. Look, when I hit his head, look at that. It's so weird. There's like something up there. Is there a collider somewhere? Something's happening. Oh. I think I got it. I think I'm hitting actual colliders on his body. Let's double check something here. So checking to see if it's flesh, the way that we're doing that is we're seeing if there is a sample enemy component on the flesh. Okay. Yeah. What's this? Is flesh. Okay. So we need to test this. We need to go... You know what? I think we just need to make his collider taller, and that'll fix the problem. Okay? Looks like the collider is just not tall enough. So we're hitting his head or something. Look, his head is coming through. That's what's happening. Ha! So, we could probably just bring the parent back, probably. The graphic. Yeah, let's try that. I think that was the problem. We're just hitting the collider of his head, and really it should be hitting the collider of the actual capsule here. There we go. Okay, let's try it again. We're getting there. Come on over here. Get over here. So it's like, let's take a look at where the projectors are now. So we just spawned like 4 projectors. So let's double check and see what's going on here. We got one here. They're getting destroyed though. That's why they shouldn't destroy. Let's double check. If we go to the blood splatter effect here, there it is. They're getting destroyed. So what we want to do is, yes, that's what's happening. So it looks like instantiate. Okay, it's going to instantiate the bullet hit particles, or it's going to instantiate flesh hit particles. Let's go see what flesh hit particles are. Bullet hit flesh. Or no. Blood particles hit. Let's double check. So is it destroying eventually? That is the question, huh? Let's see here. Blood particles die. Yeah. Interesting. So they're getting removed and deleted. So let's double check again. Okay. Here we go. There he is. Oh, none of them are actually parenting. I believe that's what's happening. Well, first things first, let's remove this blood splatter here because we don't need this anymore. This projector here. So let's delete that. And then let's go to play. Let's take a look. Okay, good. All right, so it is appearing. So we need to figure out what's going on here. Okay, there's one. All right. So do they get deleted? That's the first question. They shouldn't. They should not delete. We'll also notice that they're facing down. Why is that? I couldn't tell you. Let's see here. The particles hit. Oh, I know why. Because I'm an idiot. This needs to... Wait, that is disabled. So what's happening? Why are you facing down, my friend? Huh. This is certainly a sort of a little painful process, you know what? Okay, there's the blood. We've got these blood splatter. Okay, good. There's the projector. They're facing down. They're always facing down. They shouldn't always be facing down. They should be facing the normal. Maybe they are, you know, maybe they are facing the normal. Which means maybe we could go, let's just try this really quick. This could probably be a terrible way to do this. Set this to 0. Just like that. And test it out. Let's hit play. Come on over, buddy. Hey. Good. All right. But I will say it looks like they're destroying for some reason. Looks like they are destroying. So we need to double check that. Why are they destroying? Let's wait. Good. Are you destroying or not? Okay. Okay. I think it looks great. Here's what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna take the script, which is currently called projector effects, I think. Yep. And we're gonna have a boolean. It's gonna be called serialized field. What we want to do is we want to actually do a quick raycast at whatever we're looking at, and it's gonna find if there's a body part near. This is gonna be interesting. It's gonna find if there's a body part near, and then it's gonna attach itself as close to that body part. Man, that's a pain. That's a real pain. Can I even do that? I don't really want to do that. I really don't want to do that. That seems like a lot of work when we've got a lot of stuff we've got to work on. But you can see how bad it looks with the projector like that versus if I was to take this, I'll show you guys. Let's double click here. Why is it doing that? There we go. Okay. So it's facing forward. Let's double check something here. Okay. I think I figured out a quick problem. we're gonna go to the particles here. I'll show you something. Blood particles hit. We're going to go ahead and make this projector pretty long. So we're gonna do something like this, and then we're gonna do near clip 0. So it's right at the center. And now it's gonna show us which direction it's facing, okay? So let's hit play again. Let's shoot him a couple times. So one there, and there, and there. Hit pause, and now let's take a look. Ah, look at this, guys. It's facing the wrong direction for one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and, I believe, set the rotation to -180, all right? There we go. We're gonna set this to -180. There we go. All right, let's take a look. And by the way, guys, we're gonna be doing a Q&A session in about probably 20 minutes. Okay, good. Okay, looks a lot better. You can get one on his face too, I believe. Yep. Good. Feels a lot better. And they destroy and they delete. They delete because... yes. They're not parenting to the actual bone. And that's really what we want them to do. So when you kill him, everything gets deleted except for the bones and the mesh. And so that's why we can't see them anymore. So I want to test something out. Is it possible to even attach them to the bones? Let's double check. I don't think Unity is going to let us do that, which really sucks, honestly. Let's see here. Okay, so this is going to be his chest, or I guess his arm. So that's going to be his left arm. So we go to, if we attach that to the left arm, and then this one, this is theoretically what we want to do with code. This will attach itself to the knee. So this would be hip left, and then knee left. And then this one will attach itself to the pelvis. All right, let's test it out and see how it looks. Much better. Look at that. So we really want him to be attached. Now what happens if I kill him? Good, it works perfect. Okay, so we need to attach, I mean, not perfect, but close. Whoa! That's so funny. Okay, so we need to figure out how to do that. Guys, the reason why this is hard is because the raycast coming from the gun is actually hitting the capsule collider. But we also need to do some sort of raycast that, you know, attaches itself and hits the bones or the pelvis or something. If it does that, then the transform gets applied, the parent gets applied. So, you know, I'm curious if we could do something like some sort of box collider. And if it triggers within the bone, it attaches itself to it. Do I want to do it that way? I really don't know if I want to do it that way. We could do a sphere cast. I've never done a sphere cast before. So yeah, I've never done a sphere cast before. How do we do a sphere cast? Do I even want to try this? Boy, I don't think so. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna call this, we're gonna create a Boolean just so we can separate out this script here. Boolean. What is this Boolean gonna be called? This is gonna be called is flesh. Project to flesh. Project on flesh. By default, it's gonna be false. But if it's true, you know, all of this. What is this? Sorry, this music was about to make me cry. Jeez. I don't know why. Anyway, if project on flesh is true or is false, you know, we're going to unparent it, all that cool stuff. Well, otherwise, we're not going to worry about it. Otherwise, what we could actually do is do a sphere cast. Let me think here. You know, instead of doing a sphere cast, just hear me out for a second. We're going to try something. I'm going to, at the risk of humiliating myself, what I would like to try is I would actually like to go to bullet hit, blood splatter, blood particles hit. Okay, here it is. What I want to do is create, this is just a terrible idea, but just go with me for just a sec, guys. I want to create a box collider. And, you know, well, no, it's not going to be there. It's going to be here. Let's create it here. Cube. No mesh renderer, no filter, just a collider. Zero it out. Whoa, Thomas. What? Zero it out. Rotation 0, and then it's just 1, 1, 1. Good. And then the center is 0, 0. Why did it do all that? And then we're going to 0.2, 0.2. So this, all this box is going to do is it's going to basically point in the direction of the projector. And if it senses anything's there, it's going to attach itself to the first thing it senses. Okay. And then it's going to remove the box collider and we don't have to worry about it, or at least disable it. So the size in the Z direction. Yep. Pretty tall. And then we're going to point it down here. There we go. So we're going to set it at negative 0.3. And then this can actually not be so tall, 0.5. Okay, we're just going to test this out, guys. And I'm going to create, this is going to be trigger. And I'm going to create a new script. Attach to object trigger. A terrible name for a script. But I just want to try this out. So if I put attach to object trigger on here, and actually, I don't need this projector effects at all, to be honest. I'm going to keep it disabled, but I realize now we're going to have a separate script. We're going to create a collision effect, a trigger. On trigger, enter. All right. So let's see here. Let's go into Google. There we go. We're going to take this over here. There we go. What is going on here? Hold on. Private void, on trigger, enter. We're going to copy that just because I'm terrible and I always Google search everything. Okay, on trigger, enter. We're going to do debug.log. And we need to figure out what the collider is. Other. And that's it. Other.name is probably good. Yeah. Other.name. And this trigger is only going to... it's only going to interact with the enemy. Although, my assumption is it's not going to attach itself to the inside of a collider. AKA the capsule collider. So... I wonder if it's possible. No. Let's just try that for now. It's going to tell us what we're touching. If it does touch something, we'll eventually disable it. So what am I trying to accomplish here, guys? This trigger is going to look for, it's basically just going to point in the direction of wherever we shot. It's going to find the nearest limb, and then it's going to go, oh, there's a limb right there. I'm going to attach myself to that limb. Okay? And that's going to occur immediately on trigger enter the moment it does it. So let's go ahead and just test it out. Remove maximize on play. And take a look here. Okay, it didn't work. We're going to figure out why it didn't work. We're going to try that one more time. There we go. Whoa. Let's clear all this out and bring it up here so I can see. I don't know why I'm getting that error for one. Oh, I didn't bring the script in, that's why. In stage 8, which object transferred up here? Huh. Interesting. So I'm getting a weird error here. I'm going to disable this for now. This sucks. Setting the parent of a transform which resides in a prefab is disabled. I don't want it to be disabled, though. Do you understand, Unity? Well, well, well. We're going to figure out why that's happening. You're trying to set a parent of your brick prefab, not the actual brick you instantiated. Oh. Is that true? Okay. Thomas. I think I figured it out. We need to put it down here. Yeah. Oh, it looks like it's already doing it. Huh. Let's try that. I don't even think I needed that script. All right, let's take a look here. Good, okay. So it works. Now let's double check something here. What's the next step, guys? The next step is we're going to say, okay, well, let's see here. Blood particles clone. Look at this. It should be hitting that collider, but it's not. And the reason why I can tell you is because we didn't have the script. So let's go ahead and add that script. Blood particles hit. Whoops. And there's the trigger. It needs to be set to is trigger. Attached to object trigger. I could pretty much guarantee you we're not going to get a debug.log because there's no rigid body attached to this, but we're just going to double check and make sure. If there's no rigid body attached to it, usually we won't get a trigger. Oh, we did. Okay. So it hit a lot of different things. So it's a little too, I would say, this is why I used a box collider as opposed to a sphere cast, so that I can actually see it. As you can see here, it's pretty big. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to make it pretty thin. So 0.1 and then 0.1. And try again. This song makes me sad. Okay, see that, guys? Now it's not finding so much. Oh, Thomas is winning today. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to attached object trigger. And all we're going to do is we're going to say transform dot parent dot, well, actually, if parent object exists, and by the way, we're going to set that up here. Serialized field. We're going to say parent object. If it exists, if the parent object exists, we're going to parent that parent object to the other, which is the collider we're hitting, .transform.parent. And then we're going to disable the script. Enabled equals false. See? That's all I got to do. And I think this will do it, honestly. I didn't realize it was going to be this easy. So let's go to blood particles hit. Okay. And by the way, all of these are colliding with the wrong thing. So if we go to collision here, these blood drops here, they should not be colliding with the... Well, shoot. I'm just going to turn off collision, honestly. Yeah, we're going to turn off collision. I don't like it. Yeah. Okay, so we got this trigger here. Now we got to do is just tell what the parent is. So now what's going to happen is if that collides with an object, it's going to send this object, it's going to parent it to the bones. Does that make sense? Let's double check. Looking good so far. Oh, I like it. So for some reason it doesn't work with the head, and I have no idea why. Never works with the head. Let's double check. If I go to pause here and take a look. Okay, good. You can see that it's sort of slicing through, which is great. It never attaches it to, what the heck is going on there? Really should be right here. Why did that happen? How strange. We're gonna double check again. Probably just need to make the collider bigger, which I don't want to do. But let's double check something here. Okay, we've got some blood on him. Looks good. Look at that. It keeps hitting his head. And what I mean is there is a collider on his head. And sometimes the bullet will pass through that and then hit his head, which is because I think when he's running forward, you know, honestly, the bullets should not. Crap. This is a struggle here. Let's double check something. Let's go to his head. Look at this. Look at the sphere collider. Okay. So we probably just need to make it bigger, which sucks. I don't want to do that. You know, like that. Maybe higher. I really don't want to do that. It's not a really good way to do this. Let's double check. Look at that. Sometimes it hits his head. So weird. So we got a problem with his head. All right, guys, let's jump into a Q&A session. Does that sound good? Does everybody want to do a Q&A, or do you want me to keep working? What do we want to do today? Yeah, let's do a Q&A. We'll do a quick Q&A, and guys, let's keep this focused on game dev today. I want to help you guys out in your career. If you're interested in becoming a full-time game developer, I do want to be helpful, offer value to you guys. So let's jump on into a Q&A session. I really love doing the Q&A session. So go ahead and ask away. And we'll keep this one not as long as I usually. Sometimes I just ramble. So we're gonna do 15 minutes, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys. Feel free to ask some questions, and let's get started here. By the way, guys, there are still a few coupon codes left for today if you want to join the program. The program is my sponsor, so I sponsor myself, basically. It's Full-Time Game Dev. So really quick, guys, quick ad read. My program is called fulltimegamedev.com. If you're a student, feel free to say hello. I have over 2,000 students, ridiculously low refund rate, 3 to 4%, which is very low for an online course, 30-day money-back guarantee, and a massive, over 1,000 students on a private Discord server where we help each other out to grow in becoming, well, a full-time game developer, which is what I do. I work from my home and I make games. I've been doing this for 5 years. I can teach you everything that I've learned in the last 5 years of being a full-time game developer. Guys, it's not as easy as just making a game. I'm going to teach you how to secure funding from your demo. You have a 15-minute demo. I can teach you how to secure 6 figures in funding from crowdfunding, from publishers, investors. I can teach you how to do all that in this 30-hour course. It's a massive online course. I'm also going to teach you how to hit the Steam front page, how to secure press coverage, and ultimately make a game from scratch, a 2D game and a 3D game. So if you're interested in getting 35% off, there's a massive discount code below. There are only 6 available today, and these codes are not going to be available for a while. I'm going to probably stop doing codes for my streams for probably a month or so. So be sure to take advantage of the codes below, and let's get started on today's Q&A. Cyber Red, welcome. You're a student. That's awesome. Michael Mess, the reason I'm not doing coupon codes next week or for the next month is because I'm going to be doing, hang on. Thiago, you can use the code below. Let's see here. I want to make sure that the codes are working for you guys. Yeah, the promo code is, well, Well, if it'll load for me, I can make sure you guys get that. Have you dabbled in multiplayer networking? If so, what do you think is the best solution? I have never ever done that, and my solution is to hire someone to do it because I honestly have no idea how to do that stuff. All right. So today's promo code is, let's see, today is June 15th. Well, it should exist. Yeah. Today's promo code is WOE June 15th. So if you want to take advantage of that promo code, feel free to do it below. Yeah, the reason I'm not doing promo codes anymore is because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the program is getting discounted too much, to be honest. So I might stop doing it. But anyway, how do you make the thing like you change something in Blender and also changes in Unity? Well, just save it as a blend file. And then when you save it in Blender and then jump into Unity, it's going to automatically adjust. This is from Abi2000. Can you become a game developer if you're bad at math? You're going to need to get good at math. I was going to lie to you and say you're fine, but there's a lot of like trig and geometry. Even if you're not writing code, there's still trig and geometry. You need to be like mediocre at math. You need to understand the basics, and like calculus is kind of important. Yeah, you'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Like, I wasn't like a super smart math whiz in school, so don't worry about it. Just you'll figure it out. Moises Perella says, I'm a professional game dev, but seem to lack discipline to work on my own projects. When I have personal time, I usually want to play a game or relax. Some tips to make that happen. Well, sure. Well, you really need to want it, you know? Like that's something that I've been harping on for the last year. I hate to sound like a broken record, but you need to really want it. And the way to want something is to visualize it and to visualize what you get out of it. What do you get out of game development? For me, there was financial benefit. A dream of financial benefit. There was a dream of getting good reviews and of getting people to admire my work. That was a sort of a shallow dream, but it works, you know? So yeah, like you need to really want it. And so I recommend closing your eyes and visualizing for 15 to 20 minutes about what you're trying to get out of it. Because the truth is you're going to do what you want. Isn't that interesting? You always do what you want. And a lot of people say, well, no, I'm disciplined. I do what I need. And I say, but you want it. You wouldn't do it if you didn't want it. Whatever you're doing, let's say you hit the gym. You really, deep down, you want the gym. And you've tricked yourself, or you've figured out how to want it. So it definitely is a psychological or a mental game that you have to play. So you got to figure out why you want it. If you don't want it, you're not going to do it. So that's why I'm a big fan of visualization. Visualize exactly what you want to get out of it. And it can be shallow dreams, you know, getting the girl, getting the money, having the freedom, getting the house, seeing your name on PC Gamer, that kind of stuff. Really visualize it and really want it. All right. Cosmin says, how long should a game demo be so it can be released? And how do I get a girlfriend? Go read a book on getting a girlfriend and maybe take an online course. Seriously. Like most things, people think a lot of things have come down to like, no, you're just good at it or you're not. And I'm like, no, just Google search it. Like, I'm sure there's an online course on how to get a girl. Seriously. Ways to get a girlfriend is to do things that scare you. I don't know why. That's how I got my one and only girlfriend, who's my wife. Is I've just said, okay, I'm gonna play in Battle of the Bands, and I'd never done it before, and I've never sang in front of people or played music, and I did it, and she saw me, and that's how we got together and got married. So do things that scare you. You're not gonna get a good girl, if you don't do things that scare you. Yeah. And how long should a demo be before it should be released? I'm assuming you're saying how long should a demo be before you start pitching it to publishers and send it out to people? Well, there's two times you should send out a demo. The first is to secure funding, and you don't have to secure funding if you don't want to. And the second is, well, there's a lot of reasons, but there's a lot of times to send out a demo. First step, send out a demo immediately to secure email addresses, all right? Secure email addresses with a small demo. The reason you want to secure email addresses is so you can let people know when it's out, when the game is discounted, okay? Now, when it comes to sending out a demo to publishers, I would say it needs to be the most ridiculously polished thing you've ever seen in your entire life, and it needs to be 15 to 20 minutes long. That's my theory. Thomas, are you going to add cutscenes to your game? Yes. Which do you think is better, a rigid body or a character controller? Depends on what your purpose is. If it's for a character, then it should be a character controller. Should I drop my multimedia and audiovisual university and just go all in on Blender? What? That's a big question. I have no idea. I'm not going to give you advice on that. Do you think that video game development studies are worth the time, or is it better to study on your own? I think it's better to study on your own, but if you're 2 years, 3 years into your school, go ahead and finish out. And it also depends on what your goal is. That's what's so hard when I'm giving advice is it's like, I don't know what your goal is. If your goal is to work for a AAA studio, then sure, get your degree. But if your goal is to do what I'm doing, then give it a shot and maybe do it, figure it out on your own. You know, I went to school, but I shouldn't have. I mean, it wasn't for game dev. Marcus says, "Are you not afraid to spoil the game in a live stream?" At the end of there's two results here. If I don't live stream, then there's two things that don't occur. Okay. And this is me telling you my marketing strategy so that you guys can potentially do it for yourselves. The first thing I don't get out of it is I can't sponsor my videos, and therefore I don't make income. So I'm making income. I'm being basically paid to make games live, which is really cool. Dream come true. The second is if I don't live stream, I don't secure wish lists. All right. So that's a really, really big deficit right there. So by the time I launch my game, it's like, well, I could have had so many more wish lists, but now I don't. But the negative side of it, of streaming, is you do spoil it. You spoil the game for what? You know, we get 4,000 views a day. So let's say we live stream. Let's see. Let's do a calculation here. 4,000 views a day. My estimation is 2,000 of those or 1,500 are unique visitors. So let's go 1,500 views times, let's just estimate how many times I'm going to live stream. 500 days. So that's 750,000 people. Now here's the thing. Is everybody going to see every single episode? No. So really it's like 750,000 people total have watched it. But the truth is only about a third of those are going to get spoiled because maybe even a fourth, because most people aren't going to watch the last episodes when I'm creating the ending and stuff. So only 187,000 people are going to have it spoiled for them. But like I said, 750,000 people are going to know about the game. So it's a win-win. Stream all day long, right? Coding and Flow is in the chat. I'm going to look up Coding and Flow because they got a check mark next to their name. And you know me, I show favoritism to subscribers, and they just got one more. Boop. Wow. I love this. Coding and Flow, how are you? Do you have a question? Thanks for joining us. Marcus Oss Jensen says, I understand. Rowan Winfeld says, to me, a good story won't be worth it if it's spoiled. Yeah, well, if you don't want it spoiled, you guys can hang out with me up until I get to the ending. But the truth is, I'm probably not going to live stream the ending of the game anyway. Coding and Flow, do you ever live stream? I've been live streaming for the last month. And I'm interested to see what other game developers do when they live stream. Should I dream or says no live stream? I'm too anxious. You know what's funny coding in Flow is when I first started live streaming, I did it on accident. And then people showed up and I was like, oh. And then I just pretended like I meant to do it. And ever since then, it's not that bad. Should you dream of making a AAA game someday? I don't know how to answer that question. I mean, it's you do what you want. See, it's just there's so many questions out there that sometimes it's like, just do what you want. Like if you want to make a AAA game, make a AAA game. But it depends on like what you're looking for. If you're looking for freedom, then don't work for a AAA studio. Freedom is my number one requirement in my career. I want to be free to do as I please and make whatever I want. And so I'll probably never work for a AAA studio because I want to be free. I want to live on 12 acres of land, and I want to live in a house, a garage studio, and I want to make games. And I want to make whatever I want to make, and I don't want anyone telling me that I can't. That's always been my dream. And it depends on what your dream is. Is your dream to make, 6 figures and be a cog in a machine? Like, that's totally fine, by the way. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's your dream, go work for AAA. All right. One more question, and then we're going to jump back into the development of Father. So really, this is Marcus Os Jensen. So recently I've played Pinstripe, and this is impressive. I just have no words. How did you do that all on your own? It's a really, you said almost, which it's like, it is all done by me, except for the porting. The porting was done by Do Games, Matt Ty at Do Games, porting to Xbox. It's a really beautiful story, and it inspires me to make games. Thank you. Awesome. Well, thank you. That was very kind of you. All right, guys. We're going to jump into the development of Father. And I want to welcome, looks like we've got Chris Kuhn. Chris Kuhn just joined full-time game dev. Congratulations, Chris. That is awesome. Guys, there are 5 promo codes left if you want to join the program and join Chris Kuhn. And I will give you a beautiful shout out, guys, that supports the channel. Thanks for listening to me ramble about full-time game dev whenever we live stream. And most importantly, guys, if it annoys you, there is a free 2D game kit below. Click below and you're going to get that 2D game kit sent to your inbox like that. Okay? Let's go back into the live stream. And Coding in Flow, get ready to be just embarrassed for me because my forte is artwork. My forte is not code. So I love that we have a professional coder in the chat who gets to see how terrible I am. What was I struggling with earlier? Let's take a look. It was really his head. Looks like blood never appears on his head for some reason. So let's hit play again and double check something here. Oh, I think I figured it out. Here. If I shoot his head, is there blood? There's blood on his head now. So let's try again. Okay, good. We got blood on his head. But it's not attached to his head. Why is that? And I think I know why. We're going to go to pause. Double check here. Let's see here. Babylon 55, take it easy. I believe we've got some mods in the chat. We cannot spam. We cannot spam. So Gordon, are you a mod? I'm going to make you a mod really quick, buddy. For those of you in the chat, can we say hello to Gordon? Gordon is actually, he works with me on some edits for my online course. He's also a really good friend. So let's say hello to Gordon. Gordon, are you a mod? I'm going to make you a mod, buddy. Really good friend. We're going to make sure that justice is served in this town. Where are you, Gordon? And your name is the same as my dad. And I like that. Gordon, where are you? I can't find you in the chat. There you are. Gordon, you're going to be a mod. And what that means is you can bring in justice. You could bring in the law. And you guys know me. I like to reward law and order with a beautiful soundboard. Whip sound. All right, guys. So what was I doing? Well, I was going to go to the blood particles hit, and it looks like, you know, it looks like it just doesn't, the trigger is not hitting his head. So we need to double check that. Let's really get his head full of bullets so that we can test this out. Come here. Come here. Okay. All right. So I'm sensing that it did not attach itself to his head. So let's double check why. Okay, there it is. Look at that. It's like weirdly behind his head. How strange. Let's take a look again. Look at him. Really, they should be like that. Isn't that a strange thing? All right, let's shoot his chest, see what happens. Okay. So the chest it did attach itself. There it is. Look. Oh, this song is gonna make me cry. Get ready, guys. Oh, my word. Coding and flow. We should do a collab one day. Blood particles hit. Or at least, you know. So maybe it needs to be facing up 90 degrees. Let's try that. Man, I don't know. Okay, that didn't work. Hold on. Let's get out of this here. There we go. Try again. Oh. Okay, for some reason it's not attaching itself. You could just tell. It's like it's almost like it's just sitting there. Look at that, guys. That is so strange. It's so weird. It gets pushed behind him. It's like no matter what I try. Huh. Okay, I think I got it. So that's what it does when it rotates. All right, so what we need to do is we need to make the trigger pretty big and then point it more like this so that when it rotates, hey, what's going on? Hold on, local. There we go. We really need to test this out. I'm getting confused. I'm getting really confused, guys. Do you guys know what this trigger does? If you remember, this trigger is finding a bone. It's when the blood appears. When the blood appears, it finds a bone, and then it attaches itself to that bone. Okay, so that's what that trigger does. So I'm gonna make it really big just so I can see it, because I'm getting confused as to whether well, that didn't do anything. How strange. Whoa, look. Okay. We're gonna flip it. We're gonna go back to -90. We're gonna get this, guys, I promise. Come on over, buddy. Okay, that worked. That worked. It's so weird. For some reason, it's not doing with his head. It's so frustrating. Let's get a father here. There we go. Okay, look at that. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it. I got it. Okay. Just move it like this. There we go. So that's yes. Set it to 0. Nope, wrong. Ugh. gracious. I'm unsure. I'm really unsure. I don't know. Crap. Did we just have some law?
I'ma put you in a timeout, boy.
Alright, let's see here. Okay, so down towards the bottom, when we shoot his legs, we can see that the attachment is occurring properly. Okay, here it is. Okay, now let's select it and see what's happening. Look, it's like almost perfect. The attachment is occurring properly, but when we shoot his head, it doesn't do it. That's what's so hard about this. It's so weird. Look at that. There's no blood on his head. It's so weird. Huh. We're gonna figure this out. So basically, I'm just struggling to figure out why the blood splatter is not occurring on the front of his face. Okay, there it is. But it doesn't attach now. Look, look. It's not attaching itself to his head. So let's double click on it, see why. Look, it always appears behind his head. So strange. And if I do this, nope. Yeah, something's wrong. Let's figure out where the actual projector is being, what's the word? Instantiated. It's being instantiated at the hit point. So the hit point is occurring behind his head. You know? So yeah. Yeah, it could be. Maybe the head collider is like flipped or something. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we did have problems with the head collider. I do remember that. You might be right. The head collider was really strange. I remember that. Let's see here. Look at that rotation, for one. Weird, strange rotation. That might be it. Maybe you're right. Let's try that. Also, the collider isn't very big, is it? What the heck? The capsule collider. It could be bigger. I thought I made it bigger. Whatever. All right, let's try again. Okay, it looks pretty good there. Okay. We're better. I'm down. I think you solved it for me. Who was that? Lewis. Thank you, buddy. Well, you know what, guys? I'm down with what we just created. I like it a lot. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the attached object trigger. And we're going to disable the box collider as well. We really don't need any of that, to be honest. So I'm going to go ahead and let's just do get component for now. Box collider. We don't need that either. I don't want that doing anything. Dot enabled equals false. Can you do that? I think you can. Yeah. So we're going to disable the box collider because its sole purpose is to find something and to attach itself to it. Once the attachment occurs, it's like, okay, we don't need it anymore. Now let's go ahead and apply this to all of the walkers. So this prefab here, we're going to do apply all. And then we're going to enable all the walker fathers, and we're going to test this out and see how it works. Walker father. Enable. Hit play. Sorry, one sec. There we go. All right, let's see here. Good. Look at that. Plenty of blood splatter, but I'm not seeing any blood splatter on the floor. Ah, I know what's wrong. Okay. So we need to correct a mistake. Blood splatter. This is the blood splatter enemy. Remember, we created a prefab called blood splatter ground, and we need to put that right here. And it needs to face down. Right, wait. See here. One sec, guys. So that's the direction it's facing. Ah, yes. There's blood splatter ground. And remember, this is actually what it's going to do is this script here is actually going to point it downward and then unparent it from this blood particles hit. So we've actually got two different projectors that are going to be instantiated. Let's double check here. There we go. Oh, it feels great. Awesome. Good. You got any blood on you? Didn't look like any blood got on him. What about you? Looks like the shotgun isn't really working. Get out of here. Like, I mean, it's good enough. I mean, guys, it's an old school game. I don't care. Looks fine. We need to move on and work on some music and create some other enemy types. I think I'll probably work on music tomorrow. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll do it whenever I feel like doing. All right. Really great, honestly. Yeah, you see a little bit of glitchiness, like right here, like. No, I mean it really looks fine to me. It feels old school. It's just what I wanted. So. Sweet. I mean, what do you guys think? We good? Great. Just really, really good. Feels great. And that's what matters. Game feel always wins. Always wins. And I love that the blood splatter is just sticking around. It's just chaos, honestly. And it's just great. Sweet. Pretty horrifying. To go into the... Let's find the mesh, and then let's go to the actual blend file. We're going to double click on the blend file, and all we got to do is just scale out these hands. That's all we got to do. And then hit save, and it'll work. So let's go to modeling here. There we go. I don't want to see... Yeah, I don't want to edit that. I want to edit this. Yeah, there we go. Let's see here. Yeah, let's take all of this stuff here. Just the fingers. Scale them. And then send them down that way. And then send them down that way. That's pretty horrifying. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Let's try it out. Oh, my word. Gosh. Ugh. I like that a lot. Oh, shoot. Oh, it feels great. I really like it. Goodness. Okay. That's what we wanted. I like it. Very good. Yeah, Tamster says I didn't know you could use blend files like that. Yeah, you could just save them and then they load in. Render pipeline as well. Man, that feels good, guys. I really like how that looks. I kind of want to disable the walker enemy, and I want to get back to focusing on. Yeah, I want to get back to focusing on the babies. The babies. The babies I'm just not feeling. So if you go to where type in spider here. Here it is right here. I'm not feeling the babies. And I don't even know if they work anymore. Let's double check. Yeah, they don't even work anymore. First off, the babies need to have longer legs. So we're going to go ahead and just do that really quick. To sort of match the walkers. So we're going to go ahead and go to the spider here. I think what I'm going to do with the babies, honestly, is just remove their head. I get it, like it's creepy baby, but they don't look cool. Yeah. Is there lag in the stream, guys? Say lag if there's lag. Say no lag if there's no lag. Yeah, it's basically going to be a head crab. I don't mind copying. There's lag. Okay. Leave it to... It's lag at intervals. I gotcha. Well, that's the way it goes. Well, we'll wait and see if it fixes itself. Do some cuts. Let's slice off his little noggin. Yeah, I don't like the baby. So we're going to delete it. And, you know, if we got problems, if we're like, oh, man, I missed the baby. Don't worry. It's pushed to... Let's poke this face here. Or at least, you know, tries to quads tries or triangulate face. Maybe poke it. There we go. Poking it's probably a better idea. Oh, I love this song. I did a video with this song in it. Okay, and then also just remove these arms. Okay, and then just fill these gaps in here. Or you could honestly just merge them. I think that'll do it. Obviously, that's going to screw up the... yeah, it looks like a head crab now, which is awesome. Honestly, I don't care. I'll probably try and make it look a little bit more unique one day. But for now, let's just go with... Hey, let's make head crabs. Gosh, this song makes me want to freaking cry. Oh my goodness. It's so unfair. Something's wrong with the... Look at that. Something's wrong with... Oh, there we go. Let's go to animation here. Take a look. Gotta find baby. There it is. Okay, it crawls properly. So that's good. But I kind of want to make the legs bigger. The way that I'm going to make the legs bigger is instead of making them bigger in the mesh, we could probably make them bigger in the pose. You know what? It's a bit of a pain though, huh? Let's just bring that into Unity and see how it looks first. That's so weird. Looks like it has boob eyes. I love that. Alrighty. All right, guys. I'm gonna head out. Just want to let you know, thanks as always for hanging out. It always means a lot. And if you want to use one of the remaining coupon codes left to join the program, join me in some bi-monthly mastermind meetings. Also join me on Discord. Join over 2,000 students worldwide. Learn how to get funded. Learn how to get your demo funded. Learn how to go full time. Learn how to make a 2D game, 3D game in this 30-hour course. Promo code's below. And I will talk to you guys later. This was really, really fun. I always appreciate it. I always appreciate seeing you guys, talking to you.